and Fiona Scott.
Hi everybody, how are you?
And we just want to check if you're in the right place today. Are you at this online class right now because you want to have more money to enjoy the freedom and control of being able to buy all those little luxuries for you and your family that you really desire?
Or given that you've got more money to live your life with and have that feeling of security that only money can buy, would you also want to have more time to fully enjoy those little luxuries at your leisure? So just think about both of those questions, because really if you've ever wanted to find the shortest path possible between when you first start out marketing online, and that could even be in your spare time, and with your first paycheck, then you're really in the right place listening to this webinar.
And we owe a huge thanks to Matija Balantic, who contacted us as top digital marketers in the world and asked us to present our award-winning training to you today. So welcome to our webinar titled Discover the Proven Formula to Make Money Online Quickly and Easily. It worked for us, and we want to share the secrets with you today. So get ready to make lots and lots of notes.
Because we're going to go fast and there's lots of information here.
So here's a question for you. Have you ever searched Google for make money online? You'll probably see that there is so many results, like just about 1.9 billion results, and there's just so much to make sense of. And that's why you need to listen to our proven formula to avoid all of the information overload and overwhelm and not knowing where to start and who to trust when you search for make money online. But let's just double check why you're on this call today. I mean, maybe you're working hard making money for your boss. You know, there's constant worry and stress about paying bills, or there's simply just too much month at the end of your money. Perhaps there's just not enough time to enjoy your friends and family properly, lacking proper leisure holidays, and your kids grow up not having valuable family time with you, or possibly you waste so much time commuting to and from work every day. And suppose there's no money saved for retirement. Or worse still, you haven't got any legacy to leave your children, and you can't help your family out in their time of need. How would that make you feel?
But what if we could paint a different picture? So just imagine this. Working from home, and the great thing is you can wear what you want to wear. You've got a 10-second commute. You can also be there for your kids as they grow up. That's a huge, huge thing that a lot of people are really looking for. You've got the ability to go out at the drop of a hat. You can literally go anywhere that you want to in the world. You can shop when everyone else is working. You've got time to exercise properly. You can prepare proper meals. And the really, really big thing is that you can take days off when you want to without having to beg the boss to have time off. Because really, the time is the one thing that you can't give back. But how would you feel if you didn't have a mortgage, you had 6 months pay in the bank, you didn't have someone keeping a tally of all your holidays, and you're able to help out your parents and your family and friends? Just think how rewarding that would be. And imagine being able to afford to send your kids through good schools and colleges. So just think about seeking comfort from the knowledge that you have a comfortable retirement to make your whole life worth the journey. Is that something that you'd really like? Because you can absolutely guarantee that we do.
We absolutely bet that you do too. So say yes out loud if you've ever thought about making a change in your life, or even if you've ever been forced to. Well, if you were with us one Friday back in May 2009, in that spacious private suite number 10 on the 52nd floor of the Labua Hotel in Bangkok, you wouldn't have known that the world as we knew it back then was about to fall apart. You see, we were looking forward to our end of holiday fling dinner and flying back to London the next day. We were looking forward to dining on that outdoor restaurant on the top floor with all those wee twinkling lights and shiny little boats on the river mooching around beneath us and savouring the gourmet food. But then as we sat on that bed that morning, my work mobile rang. And it was my boss John calling from London. Now John's a small spectacled man. He looks a bit like Harry Potter. And he'd started working at my work after I'd left to go on holiday. And that morning John said to me,
Fiona, we need to make some cuts to the budget. We don't want you to come into the office on Monday. Can we meet at the lawyer's office on Monday instead?
You guessed it. He dropped an absolute bombshell. They were laying me off. Now, have you ever been made redundant, or do you know of someone that has been laid off? Because jobs just aren't secure these days, are they? Anyway, back then, Greg was out of work at the same time. We'd spent up large on our trip and we had maxed out our credit cards. As for us, it was our trip of a lifetime. So there were certainly floods of tears that day. And we were just asking ourselves, well, what do we do now? But we live in London and we were in Bangkok, so we had a long flight home the next day, and so we had a lot of time to think. And on that flight, we made the decision to combine our expertise and work together. We were going to stick our fingers up to the corporate life and all the stress that went with it. But what were we going to do?
And when we got home, there was this letter that came in the post, and I just chucked it in the bin. But luckily, Fiona retrieved it because it was an invite to a massive big event at the O2 Arena in London. And at that event, there was all of the top internet marketers in the world. There's over 7,000 people in the room. And we saw that as our really big opportunity that we could actually build a business for ourselves. And so what happened was we spent lots and lots of money investing in ourselves and our new business. We brought a load of education all about marketing online, and we were really going to be millionaires by our next birthdays.
We thought we had it made.
We did. But the big problem was that we were learning so much, but we weren't taking any action on it. And if you're not taking action, you're not running a business because you can't generate profit. So we're pretty sure you'll agree that that's no way to run a business. So what happened? Well, we reached rock bottom. And you know when you can't sleep at night just worrying about how you're even going to pay the bills? At that stage, we were up to £46,000 in debt. It's probably about 60,000 euros. Our credit cards were up to their limit. We were just begging the banks for our limit on our credit cards to be extended. So we needed a plan because we were really, really suffering.
Now, fortunately, we had done a lot of networking. And one day we bought lunch for a mentor called Stuart. Now, Stuart's a tall, lean chap, and he's really good looking. And he'd made $400,000 in his first year online, and he was only 26 years old when we met him.
Absolutely crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Absolutely crazy.
And we felt awkward, taking advice from a much younger chap, but anyway, Stuart still took a cold, hard look at our business, and he told us point blank,
Greg and Fiona, from what you've told me, you don't have a business.
Oh, another bombshell. But the good news was that Stuart took us under his wing and guided us through the mire of information in digital marketing. And it was like being plucked out of quicksand. The relief was instant. Plus, we started making progress straight away. You see, Stuart was able to show us what he was doing. And he shared with us the proven formula that we use to this very day. And that's exactly what we're going to share with you in a few moments. But you're probably wondering what happened as a result of that meeting with Stuart that day. Well, a few months later, we'd created our first online product called Make 1K in 1 month, where we interviewed 10 of the top internet marketers then, making a combined income of millions of dollars. And we asked them all the same question, and it was, if you were starting from scratch and only had 1 month to make $1,000 online with no money and no list and no product, what would you do? And we recorded their answers and bundled them all up together in this product. And the beauty of this product is that it's evergreen and it's still selling like hotcakes today. Now, plus this product, we've built over 200 websites for ourselves, of which 60 are on page 1 of Google.
And we've also written a book called Living a Laptop Lifestyle. And we wrote that book so that we could help other people learn from our mistakes, because from the help we received, it really made us realize that we had a responsibility to share our knowledge with you. And that's really why we wrote Living a Laptop Lifestyle. And we've had some absolutely wonderful feedback on the book. People say it's unputdownable, it's really easy to read, and it's the book that they wish they had when they were starting out. So we've had some really wow testimonials. You can pick that book up by going to livingalaptoplifestyle.com, and
it's actually for sale on Amazon.
It's actually for sale on Amazon as well, so you can look for it on Amazon. It's Living a Laptop Lifestyle, so you can go there and look for it there as well.
And so now we are known for living a laptop lifestyle.
Yep.
You know, if people ask us, what do you do? Well, we say we live a laptop lifestyle.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
We'll go more onto that in a minute.
And we've also created a series of 7 training webinars, which is called Live a Laptop Lifestyle. And that's where we take you by the hand and show you the very best way to set up your online business and automate stuff as much as possible so that you've got the time freedom to spend doing the things that you really want to do, and you can do those things with your friends and loved ones when you choose to do it with them. And
yeah, we're going to give away this to a very select few of you later on. We're going to give away this Live a Laptop Lifestyle product. So it just goes to prove that we've built a significant presence online and we're earning a passive income, so we make money at any hour of the day, even while we're sleeping, and we particularly love it when we make money whilst we're flying.
It makes you sleep very well.
We take more holidays than ever, even if we do have to work a little bit while we're away. You know, we can go skiing for a month. We've been to so many places around France, New Zealand, Italy, and we've also spent 3 months out on the Gold Coast of Australia, avoiding the cold in the UK. So would you just imagine, you know, packing up and moving to Australia for 3 months? Because that is what life is like for us. We're so lucky.
But here's the thing though, there's nothing special about us. All we've done is copy people who were already successful and followed a proven formula, and that's what we're going to share with you today in just a few minutes. But here's an important thing to consider. Do you believe that you can change your lifestyle by following step-by-step instructions? If you just type yes in the box.
Yes. Or you don't type yes, just even say it out loud if you agreed.
Yep.
Because you should be saying yes. But anyway, let's get started. So why do you think the internet is a great opportunity to make money? I mean, what do you think is the main draw card of the internet? Well, we've got a few answers. You've probably thought of some of the correct answers, but a lot of the other answers are that it's a worldwide market and it's open 24/7.
And there's no barrier to entry, so that means all ages, all races, sexes, religions. It doesn't really matter where you come from, you can get on the internet as well. and it's also very low cost to set up compared to a physical business. The cost, there's very little overheads as far as an online business goes. And one thing that surprises a lot of people is that you don't need to be technical. You don't even need to be clever or anything like that. If you can copy and paste and search on Google and YouTube for solutions and things, then really you've got enough knowledge to get started.
It's also quite easy to outsource stuff to other economies like the Philippines and India. That's stuff that's tricky or is tedious to do. And the best bit is that you get to work in your own home or anywhere in the world as long as you've got an internet connection. And that's why we call it living a laptop lifestyle, because we take our laptop away with us everywhere. And you also, once you learn how to market online, you can use that knowledge to market in any niche whatsoever.
But really the most important bit is that we all rely on the internet in our daily lives. I mean, would you agree that we all depend on the internet in our everyday lives right now? And we're all more than happy to purchase stuff online. In fact, what was the last thing that you brought online? Because you've more than likely brought books from Amazon, you might have ordered your groceries online, booked a show online, or even booked a holiday online. So you'd really have to agree that the internet's created a new economy, and it's a digital economy, and there's billions of dollars in sales generated online every day.
And did you realize that the internet offers you a fantastic opportunity? Because instead of exchanging your time and talent for money, like people do in traditional jobs, today you can set up an efficient online business that allows you to automate stuff and work the hours you want. So why do it now? Because if you don't make a change now, you'll still be in the exact same position in 6 months' time. Heck, even in a year's time. Because time is one thing you can't get back. And you can't change the past. But you can change the future. So don't wait till it's too late. We were forced to build our online business out of necessity, as we told you, and it wasn't easy starting on the back foot from a position of sheer desperation. And we wouldn't want you to suffer like we did either. So decide to start building your online business today, because the opportunity to act here is now. So why waste another day, week, month, year? We say just do it. So let's get started with the proven formula, and don't worry if you don't like maths. Greg only got 22% in his maths exam at school.
So I'm no rocket scientist.
So here is our proven formula. And as I said, it is quite formulaic.
Yes, it is indeed.
So have you ever typed your own name into Google?
And then what happened? Probably when you do that, nothing comes up. Or worse still, another person with your name is more well known than you. Because the first thing that people do when they want to find out more about you when you've got an online business is to search on Google. So if you type Greg and Fiona Scott into Google, then you'll see that we're all over the place. And think how much credibility you'd have if you could do exactly the same as that. Now, social media is great, but you're not in control. Facebook can and does shut down accounts without any warning. So your account could be here today and gone tomorrow on Facebook. So you need to have a more reliable way of building your credibility so that people can find out more about you, and just so that you can stay around whatever happens. So something that you're always in control of. So
your domain, or you need to have a domain that you can control, that no one can take away from you, because once you've got it, it's yours for keeps. And it actually only costs $10 for a domain. Hosting costs about $5 per month for unlimited number of domains. And we pay just, you know how I mentioned we had those 200 websites? We pay just $10 per month to host them all. So here's a tip for you to note down. If you reserve your name with the .com address after it, it will certainly stand you in good stead, just like we have gregandfionascott.com. And if you've got a common name, then consider using your middle name or even your middle initial. But just the hint is just get your domain before someone else steals it, because some people make a living selling domains. So does that make sense?
Now, just one thing we did forget to mention is what the W stands for, which is website. So I've changed that on the screen for you. So we're talking about websites. When we say domain, that means a website. So like gregandfionascott.com is a domain name. But so with your website, the good thing about having your own website and the essential thing about having your own website if you're running an online business is that you get to set the rules, because you can display whatever ads that you want to on your website. You can put any combination of text, photos, videos, quizzes, surveys, you name it, you can choose what you put on there. And it really doesn't matter if you've got an existing business already or that you're starting a new online business. You just absolutely these days 100% need to have an online presence. So let's relate this to something that we know all about, and that's your home.
So relating your home to a website, would you rather have a rented house, I've picked a bird's nest, on the left, or would you rather have a freehold home that's mortgage free? Because I know what we would rather have. And it takes me back to a story that when we first lived in London back in 1990, we rented this little studio flat from a lady. She was a nurse, and she went out to Saudi Arabia to be a nurse out there. But life didn't work out for her out in Saudi Arabia, and she came back early, and she kicked us out of that flat because she wanted it back to live in herself. And that's just a prime example where, you know, when you're renting somewhere, you're not in control because you can get kicked out. And it's the same with having your own website. So when it comes to your home, if you've got a choice between renting a property and having a freehold home that's mortgage free, you'd choose the mortgage free on the right, wouldn't you? Because we certainly would. So if we compare that to social media, to this accommodation analogy, would you agree that Facebook would be a rented property? Yes, because it's owned and controlled by someone else, isn't it? But your website is owned by you. It's mortgage-free and freehold. You call the shots as it's your business. So would you agree that you need to control your own business or be in control of your own business?
So this is probably the most important thing that you're going to hear on this training, because if there's one thing that you're going to take away from the class, then it's this, is that you need a website to remain in control of your business, because your website is your online property. It's freehold and mortgage-free. Nobody can take it away from you. So now that we've established the W in the equation, even if we're a little bit late telling you what it was, we all agree that having a website is essential for your online business, but we know what you're probably thinking now. You're probably thinking that setting up a website is tricky, and maybe you're also thinking that you need to have a degree in computer science just to even start out online. Well, that really couldn't be further from the truth.
So would you agree that you can complete a couple of fields on a website, enter a username and password and a couple of other bits of information, and then click 2 buttons? Yes, because you've proved you can already by signing up to this online class. You see, this simple website building tool called WordPress, and it's just so easy to use, and even better than that, it is 100% free. Now, we mentioned earlier that we have hundreds of websites. Well, I guess it's not going to surprise you that every single one of them uses WordPress. So what is WordPress? Well, it's a tool that you use to create websites, and it's 100% free. And once you've done the setup, i.e., you add a username and a password and click a few buttons, as we said, then you've got a basic site and you can start adding content and adding stuff to sell on it.
Because you don't need a webmaster, you don't need to be a geek. If you can type stuff into a couple of fields in a form, then you can use WordPress, and it really is as simple as that.
I've got zero technical experience. I mean, I was an accountant after all, but I can build websites, and I even take some of our training workshops in WordPress. It didn't start out like that though. Greg had to be very patient with me and tell me why something worked, then show me how to do it, not once, usually twice, until I finally realized that I was always thinking that I was making it more complicated than it needed to be, because I sort of had this mind block about technical stuff, but I don't anymore.
But let me ask you a question. Have you got a smartphone that gets the internet? And probably 99% of people do these days. But just think back to when mobiles were the size of a brick and you needed a car battery literally to run them.
And this goes back to another story I can remember. When I was 18, I had a holiday job, and I had to take a Christmas payroll. This is back in the days when people were still paid cash. I had to take a Christmas payroll out to a remote hydroelectric power station in New Zealand, and we went out in this big burgundy coloured station wagon with all this cash in the back, but we also had the mobile phone in the back seat. It was so large it took up the whole back seat, and you needed to sort of drive down the road, wait until an appropriate time before you could get a signal to use that phone. And I still remember it was such a heavy piece of kit. But over time, over the years, phones have got smaller and smaller, and of course smarter and smarter.
And building a website used to be just like using one of those huge mobile phones. They were like bricks. They were completely unreliable and they weren't very user-friendly. But now WordPress is really just as intuitive as your smartphone. And now there is a small learning curve when you start out, but after that it is really simple once you get the hang of it. So have you been mistakenly thinking it's too tricky for me to get online because I don't know the first thing about technology? Well, if you have been thinking that, make sure that you take some notes and write this down, because WordPress is as easy to use as your smartphone.
And I would second that one.
So what do you think the P means then?
Back to our formula.
Yeah.
Have a think about what you think the P might stand for. Some people might think it stands for people or profit, maybe presence. But if you said you thought it stood for products, then you'd be right. It's all about products, because this equation is all about legitimately making money online. And in order to get people to pay you money, would you agree that you have to give them something in exchange? Yes? Yes, so you need a product you can sell them. Now, you've already got a website, which is great, but it's useless without anything to sell. So there's two choices here. You could either make a product yourself, but we've done it quite a few times, and it's very tricky and very time consuming. You have to make all the videos, the MP3 files, the PDFs, and it's a whole lot of extra work.
But if you do want to start making money as soon as possible, then the other choice is selling other people's digital products for a commission. So we're talking about products that are online, so there's no work for you to create them because they're someone else's product. There's no delivery issues because they're downloadable. You don't have to worry about customer service because with downloadable products, there's not as much customer service issues that you get with physical products because the product owner manages all that for you. And plus, you don't have to worry about payment or anything like that because that's all handled by e-commerce shopping carts and everything.
And what this is called is affiliate marketing. And here's the crazy thing. The product creators they give you commissions ranging from 50% to 100%.
Now, how do they do that? Well, if you think about it, if they sold their own product for $100 and they sold 10 of them, then they'd get $1,000. But if they got 10 affiliates to sell 10 products each, then they're going to get much more money from that, even after getting commission as well, or even after giving them commission. And that really sounds crazy, doesn't it? But what's the crazy thing is that the rest of the world doesn't do that, because the product owner gives you all the marketing materials that you need as well.
And you pocket the commissions.
You pocket the commissions. You just have to get people for their products and you pocket the commissions. And they make a lot of money out of it as well, so everybody's happy, which is a great way to do business. So whereabouts do you actually look for digital products? Well, we'll show you one of the main places that you can go to. So one of the biggest affiliate platforms online, where there's absolutely thousands and thousands of products, is ClickBank. I'm just going to give you a quick demo of a demonstration of how ClickBank works. So the first thing you need to do when you're logged into ClickBank is that you go to the marketplace.
And this website is just clickbank.com, clickbank.com.
And all you need to do then is go down to the side, and you can see on the left here all the categories. So what you can tell from those categories are these are things that actually sell online. So you've got business, investing, computers, cooking, food and wine, e-business, all sorts of different things. We'll just have a look at one of those categories. So I'll just click on this little arrow here.
Green products.
Yeah.
And as Greg says, these are all digital products and they're all profitable niches online. So over in green products.
Now I'll just zoom the screen in a bit for you as well so that you can see what I'm looking at. Go that way.
Just take this first product here, which is a green product selling an alternative energy thing. And just looking at the information here, it says for each sale that you get, for each sale that you make to this product, so someone else has created it, all you need to do is get traffic to it, you make $42.40 per sale, and that's an average commission of 75% per sale. And the beautiful thing about this particular product, when it says it's got rebills, is that it's maybe a monthly membership product, but after the first sale there's then an opportunity to make more money. So if you drive traffic to this particular product, you get more bang for your buck if it's got a rebill there.
And what you need to look for is this little number here, which is gravity, G-R-A-V, it means gravity. And what that means, well, ClickBank won't actually tell us what that means 100%, but roughly it means that in the last week or last 7 days, 64 affiliates have sold that product, so they've actually made sales on that product. So what you want to look for is something that's around 60 or 70, the gravity, before you consider selling it, because then you know that if other affiliates are selling it, then you should be able to sell it as well.
So that's 60 or 70 and above.
Yeah.
You will find some products, particularly in the make money niche, that are sort of around the 200, 300 mark.
Yep.
But you've also got to be wary of there being a lot of competition of selling the same product as well. So that's ClickBank. And as we said, it's one of the biggest affiliate platforms. There's another called Commission Junction, which you can see there on the right hand side. The URL for that is just cj.com. There's Affiliate Window over on the left hand side. JVZoo,
which we don't have an image for.
It's just jvzoo.com. And then there's also Amazon. But Amazon is a huge store, but they pay really, really, really low commissions.
So you have to sell a lot to get good commissions from Amazon.
Yeah.
Some people do have businesses where they do just purely sell Amazon, but they know how to really sell it and make the most of it. So the best place to go to for starters is ClickBank, because they're the biggest online marketplace anyway.
But an easy way to explain how affiliate marketing works is, imagine you have your favorite pizza restaurant. just smell what it smells like to walk in there. Picture the pizza restaurant and just savor the flavor or the taste of your favorite pizza. And because it's your favorite restaurant, you would naturally recommend it to your your family and your friends too, wouldn't you? Because we would. Now, imagine if you got paid each and every time you recommended that pizza restaurant to your friends, and not just the first time they visit it, but each and every time they get pizza from that restaurant. Even if it's a takeaway pizza, every time they get pizza, you get paid for that recommendation. That's how affiliate commission works.
So if you've been thinking up till now that you didn't know how to make money online just because you didn't have anything to sell, well, we've shown you some of the reputable platforms. They're all free to register on. All of them have got thousands and thousands of products in any niche. And really all you're doing is recommending products to people, just like you'd recommend a pizza restaurant to your friends. It's really just recommending to your friends, and then they can go and have a look and see if it's a product that they want to buy. But would you agree now that you don't need a great idea to make money online, because there's so many other things out there that you can use, and you don't need your own product. All you need to do is leverage off what other people have done and created before you, which is really easy, isn't it? So I guess the main thing to take away, and you might want to write this down as well, is that other people's products are your pathway to profits. It's much easier when you start out to use someone else's products, to sell someone else's products, and you can just make money from it.
So you've now got a website, and you've also got stuff to sell on that website, which is the first two parts of our equation. We'll get onto the rest of the equation shortly. But right now, I guess you're probably wondering, but Greg and Fiona, how do I pull it all together? Well, we'd like to invite you to take a quick look at our comprehensive training that shows you from start to finish how to set up your online marketing system the right way and get eyeballs to your offers. And we created this with our business partners, Chris and Susan. So we'll just go and take a quick peek at that.
Okay, so our product is called Internet Lifestyle Starter Kit, and you can see along the top here all the different areas that it covers. And if we go into, what should we go into?
WordPress, since we've covered WordPress.
So WordPress, you can see here that it covers everything that you need to know about WordPress. Basically, it's going through the whole of WordPress, showing you how everything works, how everything fits together, how to install it, what you need to put on it, all that sort of thing, and it shows you all that step by step. And there's other things in here as well, so how to buy your domain, how to set it all up, and there's a few other things that we'll talk about shortly as well. But it's all step by step. There's a ton of high definition video on there that shows you how to do things, and I mean, basically we've put our extensive experience into this, plus all the mistakes that we've made, and we've put all that to good use to help you avoid the steep learning curve that we experienced. And what's more, you'll avoid the investment that we made, and believe it or not, of over £49,000, or I'd say 60,000 euros, over 18 months to gather this experience. So this system that we've created, that's going to lead you by the hand to build your website. You're going to learn how to get customers, and even better still, you're going to learn how to make money on autopilot. So would you like to have money coming into your bank account while you're sleeping? We absolutely love that, don't we? So
yeah.
just think about that. And as we said, we've invested £49,000 to date to develop the system, but of course we wouldn't expect you to have to pay even a tenth of that. But from what you can learn and earn from it, it's conservatively worth $497, and that's with no discounts and no offers. And here's a few things that people have got to say about Internet Lifestyle Starter Kit as well.
So David says, if you're serious about owning a successful online business, there are certain things that are essential to implement right at the very start. He says, get the basics right from the outset and you will save yourself months, if not years, of wasted time, energy, effort and money.
And Paul says that it's easy to feel overwhelmed with the masses of information out there on the internet. It can be very daunting for one to take in, and it may be the very reason why you just don't know where to start. But I have to say that you're in the right place if you're reading this, because Internet Lifestyle Starter Kit is the all-in-one training package you've been looking for, and it's going to give you the foundations that you need to propel your business into the online world.
And then Jenny says, I wish I had access to Internet Lifestyle Starter Kit when I first started learning about internet marketing, because it's been created by people who have been through the same learning process themselves. Everything is explained in a way that anyone can understand. So you do not need any knowledge of internet business to understand the concepts. Everything is explained simply, clearly, and in small bite-sized chunks. Then that knowledge is built on in subsequent videos.
So if you're an action taker and who deserves a richer life, and we all deserve a richer life, or you're the sort of person that loves to try new things but needs some hand-holding, or even if you're an entrepreneur that wants an online business blueprint, then this is definitely for you. But if you just like to dabble or you're a penny pincher, then please don't sign up for this, because you need to do stuff with it as well. But by investing in Internet Lifestyle Starter Kit, you're going to be streets ahead of the 99% of people that want to make money online and quit their day jobs, but they always just end up fumbling around in the dark and never changing anything in their lives. So you'll be one of the elite few who can work from home and live a laptop lifestyle. So would you agree that if you keep doing what you've always done, then you're just going to get the same results?
I think that was Einstein.
I think that was Einstein.
That's Einstein's definition of insanity.
Yeah. So that's Internet Lifestyle Starter Kit. So now let's get back to our online business formula.
And we're up to the T. So picture this. You've got a shop in the middle of the Wild West with tumbleweeds rolling by and the wind rippling through the shutters and buzzards squawking overhead. Do you think that shop is going to make you millions? No, of course not, because there's no passers-by, there's no traffic. And that's what your website is like when you first create it. So you'd rather that your shop was Harrods or Selfridges, right? You see, there's two key ways of generating traffic or getting people to visit your website, and they are paid ways and free ways.
Now, paid traffic, it's like turning on a tap. So you pay some money and it's instant, so you get people to your website instantly. But the thing with paid traffic is that it stops when you stop paying for it. So paid traffic is paying for various forms of advertising to get people to your website, like you can advertise on Facebook and lots of different places. You can advertise on YouTube as well. Free traffic is more like building a dam to collect water or a reservoir to collect water. So it takes a lot longer to gain any momentum, but once the traffic's there, then it's continual. Once the momentum's picked up, it's continual and you can't really turn it off. And free methods of traffic are things like using social media to build relationships with people, article marketing and video marketing as well.
And blogging.
And blogging as well.
So students in our workshops happily pay £997 for an intensive 2-day one-on-one course getting their online business set up. But once they've created their website, they get all worried about it being live on the internet and they're too scared to make it public. But they needn't be, because no one will see it. It's a bit like a shop in the middle of the Wild West. Until they tell the world where their website is, nobody's going to come and visit it. So does that make sense? That unless you tell people where your website is, nobody is going to visit. So Would you rather have a website with foot traffic like Harrods or Selfridges, or a website that's stuck in the middle of the Wild West with tumbleweeds blowing through the doors and no people visiting? You see, the thing is, the more traffic you can get to your site, the more sales you're going to make, because traffic is the lifeblood of your online business. We'll just wait for that to sink in. Traffic is the lifeblood of your online business.
And traffic means getting people visiting your website. So it's all about getting people to your website. Now, when they do come to your website, they may be ready to buy right at that very moment, but they might not be either. And that's a big, big problem to overcome in the online world, because you can spend a lot of time and money getting a person to your website in the first instance, but you can have all the traffic in the world, but if you haven't got your online business model right, then once the traffic arrives, or once people arrive at your website, they look at it, they're gone for good, and they never come back again. So what you need is a way to have a way of capturing those people, capturing their details when they visit your site, so that you can stay in touch with them. And you need a special software that automatically stores their details when they come to your website. And that software is called an autoresponder. So once you've got people's details, then you can stay in touch with them. So you can give them helpful hints about what your particular niche is. So if you're in the make money online niche, you can tell people things like that. But you can also remind them of what offers you've got as well, and how you're going to be able to help them solve their problems. And that's probably what you did when you signed up for this online training. So Matija is going to be able to keep in touch with you as well. Now, an autoresponder allows you to preload messages, and then they're emailed out automatically. So as long as people stay on your list, then you can talk to them forever. And it's called a list because it's a list of email addresses that people have given to you, and it's the biggest asset of your online business, and it's really the main purpose of your website, because once you've got a list, then you can get repeat traffic. You've got all that traffic there to your website, and now you've captured their details, so you can market to them over and over again.
And getting people to your website, it's a bit like dating the person of your dreams. You know, you've just been introduced to somebody and you think that they're really lovely and really gorgeous. You love everything about them. But you're not going to ask them to marry you on the first date, are you? No, you're going to take them out to meals, and if you're a guy, you're going to buy her flowers, and you're going to invest time and build the relationship with the person, invest in that relationship. And then when you absolutely know that you're made for each other, only then will you pop the question and maybe ask the other person to marry you. And it's the same with building your list. But you don't want to spend all that time and effort getting people to your website only for your traffic to disappear. So would you agree that you need a way to get them to visit you and your website again and again and again?
And another way to think of your list, it's like of your list, so your email list is like a garden, or even better still, like a fruit orchard. So you have to plant seeds and you have to cultivate the seedlings. So you need to water them to make them grow, and you also need to prune them and pull out all the weeds and everything. But you really want that orchard to blossom into a huge fruit tree, and when the fruit's right for the picking all year round. Because most people say that the money's in the list, but more importantly, we say the money's in the relationship that you build with your list. So just like growing a tree and tending to the weeds and the fruit and everything, you need to look after nurturing it. You need to nurture your list in exactly the same way.
And we're up to the M now, and this is the one thing that holds the entire online business model together. It's the mortar between the bricks, or the glue that binds everything together. Or I like to think, if you're baking a cake, it's the egg that holds all of the cake together. And let me ask you a question. Have you ever found yourself thinking, oh, I can't do this? Or have you ever thought, oh, I'm too tired now. I've done enough today. I'll leave it to tomorrow to do. And have you ever considered that these thoughts, these words, are your most expensive words, as they lead you to procrastinate and not get stuff done, so you'd never get started making that extra income? And of course it is your mindset, because your mindset is vital to your success, and it will determine whether you make it or not.
And a lot of our students ask us how long it's going to take them to start making money, and that's a really good question. So do you want to know exactly how long it's going to take you to start making money online? Well, I want you to do this. Lift your left hand and point it to your left temple. Then take your right hand and point that to your right temple. Now drop your hands in front of you and keep your hands the same distance apart. Now have a look at how far apart they are, because that's exactly how long it's going to take you to be successful online. And the reason why is because the answer to being successful online is all between your ears. So it depends on your mindset to take action. And the good news is developing, a millionaire winning mindset. It's completely achievable, and it's something that can be learned, but it doesn't happen overnight. It takes a bit of practice, but you can develop a success mindset starting today, and then you can learn to think and therefore act like an entrepreneur.
And have you ever heard of Thomas Alva Edison? He was the chap that designed the light bulb that we all use today. And he didn't make 10,000 mistakes or failures. He just found 10,000 ways that didn't work. And this is 10,000 versions of the light bulb until he got the one that worked, the one that gave us light, because he had such a belief and a determination that he could devise a light bulb that worked, that he did not let those 10,000 mistakes deter him. And upgrading your mindset is a bit like upgrading the operating system on your computer. Going back to the old text displays of the 80s to Windows 7, or if you've Mac users, whatever it is that you have today. So would you agree that all that's standing between you and your laptop lifestyle is what goes on between your ears? And ask yourself this question: how much is your mindset costing you? And what if, with a few simple adjustments, you could stop focusing on what you don't have and think instead, how much can I make with a winning mindset?
Now, people ask us all the time what it's like working from home, and the biggest difference is that your time is your own, because as well as having a winning mindset, you also need to work in an extremely focused manner, and that means that you need to be productive in whatever time you've got to invest in building your online business. But the biggest problem in working for yourself is shutting out all those distractions and using the available time really wisely. And it's actually very straightforward to do with the right help and guidance. But when time's your own, you need to plan using such a precious commodity. We said earlier on you can't get time back, but maybe you can do things like watch less telly, or you can use your commuting time better. You could listen to stuff on the train, or read stuff on the train, or listen to it in the car when you're driving to work. We actually stopped watching TV just a few years ago, and that was actually quite tricky at first, because we were watching so much rubbish on TV, and really now we don't miss it at all, and we've just got so much more time in our day. Because what we're really saying is that everybody has got 24 hours in the day, but there's some people that just get so much more done than others, even though they might be they might be working, or they could be studying, or they could be a mother or something like that, and they still get a lot more done than we do. So can you make better use of your time if you changed your way of thinking and became more productive? Because what good old Charles Dickens, who was a really famous English author, said, he summed it up really beautifully when he said, procrastination is the thief of time. And we added a bit onto that, saying that that means that the best time for action is now. So now you've got the entire equation, and you can see that mindset times website plus product plus traffic, that equals sales. So it's all about getting sales, and all those things have to go together. But now that you've got the entire formula, you can make money from the internet literally whenever you want. And we've given you heaps of value in this free online class, and we know that a lot of you are going to go straight out and you're going to start searching on the internet for how to do all this stuff.
But don't. Remember earlier on when we showed you searching for make money online on Google and there was 1.9 billion results? Well, you're going to get the same thing, but only 100 times over if you go out and try and do this by yourself. Because what we've shown you is just the tip of the iceberg, and we wouldn't be doing our job properly if we didn't extend the opportunity for you to go ahead and do it in the simplest way possible. Because you see, at the moment, you've got all the pieces of a 1,000-piece jigsaw puzzle, but someone's taken away the box with the picture on the lid. So you don't know what picture you're building with the jigsaw. Well, we're going to put up a link for our Internet Lifestyle Starter Kit shortly. And even if you don't go ahead and invest in Internet Lifestyle Starter Kit, we'd like to share with you what you need to focus on and master when you go ahead and build your own online business. And that's how to get off to a flying start. You need to know how your business will work. You need to get it set up in the shortest possible time, and you need to track your results and progress. And
you also need to get a domain and some hosting. So there's quite a few rules that you need to know about choosing a domain the right way so they can get masses of free visitors. And there's also some essential questions that you need to ask before getting hosting as well. And then there's how you need to know how to build a free WordPress website. So you've got to know how to install it. You've got to know all the steps involved in creating a professional website, and then you've got to know what all the geek stuff means as well.
And then there's staying in touch with your audience via an autoresponder. So you need to start talking to your customers in their language. And this email helper is that helper that never forgets to keep in touch with your customers. And just appreciate how emails and web forms give you the edge over other businesses.
And you need to do the all-important thing of building a list. You need to be able to create pages to capture visitors' details. You need to be able to create irresistible free giveaways so that you've got visitors coming to your website and happily giving you their names and emails.
And then you need to create irresistible website content so that people get to know, like, and trust you just from your content. And this will give you instant credibility, and you then need to know what to do with your blog once it's posted and how to spread that content wider.
And then you need to learn all about getting traffic. You've got to know where it comes from, how you find it, what to do with it once it's coming straight at you, and also why social media is your best friend for finding customers and spreading your message, and also how to brand, how to be unique and memorable for all the right reasons.
And finally, there's then Online Marketing 101. Understanding paid and unpaid marketing and what should you choose. Facebook, why and what you should be using it for. And same with Twitter, why and what you should use it for.
Now, of course, we teach all of that we've just mentioned in Internet Lifestyle Starter Kit, so all the information we've just covered is an Internet Lifestyle Starter Kit. With Internet Lifestyle Starter Kit, you're going to receive 8 modules of step-by-step high definition video training, and it takes you from knowing nothing about online marketing to being set up online and ready to make money. So you'll agree there's a huge amount of valuable information in Internet Lifestyle Starter Kit, and we've kept it step by step so you can do things one at a time and you can follow along in your own time. And we also mentioned that Internet Lifestyle Starter Kit is conservatively worth $497, and it's probably worth 10 times from what you can actually learn from the knowledge contained in it and the amount of time that it's going to save you. I mean, it took us 18 months of searching on the internet before we learned all this stuff. And can you really afford to spend 18 months setting up your own online business? But we know that people's wallets or purses might not stretch as far as $497. And really, our responsibility is to make sure that you don't go down the wrong track.
And make all the mistakes that beginners are prone to make. And that's why we wrote our book, just for that purpose. We decided to create a deal for you on this class today, and we can let you have the Internet Lifestyle Starter Kit for just $197. Now remember, it's all video training in high definition that you can watch over and over again if you don't get something the first time, and you can watch it whenever you want and wherever you want.
And it's literally like having us there watching over your shoulder, just showing you step by step what to do. And just think, what would it be worth to you to have an efficient, automated online business, and that business can eventually replace your salary and enable you to quit your job? So getting Internet Lifestyle Starter Kit by itself for $197 would be huge value for money, but Matija wanted us to offer you an extra special action taker deal, and he really twisted our arms on this because he wanted to get you so much more value. So we racked our brains to decide what we could do to help.
And you know how we showed you our Live a Laptop Lifestyle product, where we take you by the hand and show you the very best way to set up your online business and automate as much as possible so you have the freedom and time to spend doing the things you want to do with your friends and loved ones when you choose to do them? Well, we're going to give you access to Live a Laptop Lifestyle worth $197 today, 100% free.
But that wasn't enough for Matija. He was still very persistent, and he said that's not enough, and he twisted our arms even further. And we said earlier on that mindset's the glue that holds everything together. So we're going to give you access when you buy now to our report, Get Your Head Straight, Develop Your Entrepreneur Mindset, and that's valued at $100 entirely free. And in that you're going to discover the number one secret of business success and the single most effective place to focus your attention if you want to make money, and also our time-saving cheat sheet in there as well.
Plus there's one more. So we're also giving you access to our time stretcher tricks. And this is our personal favorite techniques for boosting productivity, also valued at $100, but you get it for free. And there's one more unannounced bonus which we think you're going to really love. And this one is from us. Our very good friend and well-respected Facebook expert and also fellow laptop lifestyler, Jo Barnes, she has created a fantastic free report showing you how you can master Facebook. Get it to work to your advantage. Grow your likes, comments, shares and opt-ins in less than 1 hour a day. She is literally giving away her golden nuggets that she's toiled years to learn.
And we have actually read the 94 pages in this ebook through twice now, so we can tell you hand on heart it really is excellent. So because we want to share so much share it with you today. And it's conservatively worth $100, but it is priceless when you use the information in that book to generate thousands of leads from Facebook. So you're not just getting Internet Lifestyle Starter Kit for $197, you're also getting Live a Laptop Lifestyle, our online business product, valued at $197. Develop Your Entrepreneur Mindset, valued at $100, and Time Stretcher Tricks, valued at $100 as well. So, and also Jo Barnes' Facebook Marketing 2013 valued at 100 as well. So that extra unannounced bonus brings our total bonus value today to 497.
Now, we want you to be sure that this program is for you. So it comes with our 100% satisfaction guarantee. Happy or your money back. Start the program, and if you don't feel it's working for you, just tell us within 30 days and we'll give you a prompt and courteous refund. And you can keep all of the bonus reports as well with our compliments. Now, we think you'll have to agree with the value you receive, that 197 is an absolute steal. But we probably haven't made the price very clear, because the price is $197, so that's 197 US dollars, which is the currency of the internet, and which makes it roughly 147 euros on today's exchange rates. So once again, it's $197 and not 197 euros.
So now it's time to make the right decision and get instant access to your Internet Lifestyle Starter Kit. So here's what you need to do. You need to note this link and type it into a new web browser. So it's gregandfionascott.com/proven formula. Okay,
so that's http://gregandfionascott.com/proven formula.
So copy and paste that, or type that into your web browser, and you'll be able to go straight to Internet Lifestyle Starter Kit once you've filled out your details. Oh, now there is one thing that we forgot to mention as well. We also let you sell Internet Lifestyle Starter Kit for 50% commission. So you can sell that as an affiliate and make money from Internet Lifestyle Starter Kit as well. And you only need to sell 2 copies, and then you've made your entire investment back. So do you think that from everything that you receive in our package today, you should be able to easily make 2 sales? So now you've got a product to sell right off the bat to kickstart your online business, and you only need to sell 2 Internet Lifestyle Starter Kits to get all your money back. So how cool is that? And that element alone really makes this a no-brainer, but when you can make your money back with just 2 sales, then you'd be absolutely crazy not to snap this up.
So here's what you're going to get. You're going to get Internet Lifestyle Starter Kit step-by-step training at $197, which includes Module 1, the Flying Start Guide.
Module 2, Domains and Hosting.
3, free websites through WordPress.
Number 4 is Keep in Touch with an Autoresponder.
Module 5, Build Your List.
Module 6, Irresistible Website Content.
Number 7, Getting and Keeping Customers.
And number 8, Online Marketing 101.
Plus, Live a Laptop Lifestyle, the very best way to set up and automate your online business so you have the time and freedom you desire.
And Entrepreneur Mindset Guide, plus the Productivity Time Stretcher Guide, so that you're not wasting time doing things you shouldn't be doing. And you also get to sell, plus Facebook Marketing 2013, which, and you also get to sell Internet Lifestyle Starter Kit as an affiliate for 50% commission on all sales as well. So just type this link into a new browser window and get started on changing your future today.
So again, that's http://gregandfionascott.com/proven formula.
Okay, now also just to clarify, you get access for life. So that $197, that's a one-off charge. There's no hidden fees, there's nothing like that. When you pay your $197, then you get access to Internet Lifestyle Starter Kit for life. And we're continually updating and adding things to that because the internet's just evolving so quickly. We keep it up to date. So
thank you for attending this webinar, and thanks to everyone who have purchased Internet Lifestyle Starter Kit and taken the first step towards living a digital lifestyle or a laptop lifestyle. We've loved teaching you our proven formula to make money online, And just to make sure you're getting real value, we're going to stay on the call and answer any questions you've still got. So let's just ask, someone in the call says, asked again, how long will I get access to the members area?
I must have typed that in before we said, mustn't
Yeah.
they? But if we understand you correctly, you want to be able to go back and reference all the material whenever you need. And if that's the case, then you'll be happy to know that you can have lifetime access when you sign up today. So that means even if it's 739 days from now, then you want to log in again, you can. No, okay, we've got some other questions as well. So another question, what's your success rate for people who've signed up for this?
Good question.
Yeah, it's a really good question, that. If we're getting what you're saying, then you want to know, what you really want to know is that if you follow what we show you in the course, will you be able to get more than your money back? If that's how you define success, if that's how you define your success rate, then we can wholeheartedly say that for everyone who takes action the way we tell you, and it is easy, then your success is almost guaranteed. But if you just get this course and stare at it, we can say 100% guarantee that you won't get any results if you don't do anything with it. So what you want to get out of this is really up to you, but we can say with absolute certainty that we've made it as easy as possible and as quick as possible for you to just follow simple steps to get your online business set up, which we know is what you actually want. So, and when you sign up today to get it, then you'll also be able to immediately see how easy it is to set up your business and realize how profitable the internet really can be.
Now, someone is saying, I'm strapped for cash at the moment, and I don't know if I can afford this as money is tight right now. What do you think I should do? Well, thank you for bringing up this point. And if we hear what you're saying, you want to be able to make a smart investment in your future so you can get out of the financial situation you're in and ease into something that gives you more independence and perhaps even financial independence. So if that's the case, then you of all people need this training the most, as that is what it's specifically designed to do. In fact, we've found that those who are down to their last buck have some of the best chances of succeeding because it's put up or shut up time. And any extra motivation you'll need will make it even easier for you. And we speak from experience when we know about put up and shut up. So does that make sense? Yes, great. So I think we've answered your questions. Thanks again for attending the class today, and best of luck for your future.
And we just wanted to finish on one final thing, and that is that whether or not you say yes to this wonderful opportunity today, we're going to sleep really well tonight. In fact, our life is and will still be great because we're already living a life of freedom. We're traveling when we want to. We're working where and when we want to. And we've got the peace of mind that financial freedom brings. So we're going to sleep really well tonight, but will you? Will you be able to sleep knowing that you could have done something to change your future, to be able to change what you're currently getting into something more, so that you can take a step closer to making money on the internet without all the mistakes and problems that beginners always make? So will you be able to sleep if you let this opportunity pass you by?
Especially when you act right now to get our special fast action bonuses, access to our Live a Laptop Lifestyle Freedom products, our mindset and productivity bonuses, and our Facebook Marketing 2013 report, and best of all being to sell this product for 50% commission on all sales you make. We think the choice is clear. So join us now. Go ahead and sign up to get your hands on this wonderful opportunity. Just jump over to gregandfionascott.com/proven formula, and we'll see you on the welcome page.